What's going on, everybody? My name is Aiden, and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, not only did we start the season 3-0, but we just faced the Sacramento Kings, and we started the season 4-0. Isn't that crazy? First time in 4 years, we've won our first 4 games. That should be a good sign, I hope, to come for the rest of the season. Now, again, there's still a lot that needs to go in our favor. We got a brutal week next week, by the way. We've got the Knicks twice. We've got Cleveland. We've got Milwaukee. These are teams that, at the end of the day, will be very difficult to beat. But whatever happens throughout the 2 games against the Knicks, the Bucks, the Cavs, whatever happens from then, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot ignore the amazing start that we had as a team. Now, with that being said, there's a lot of work to do. We beat, in my opinion, a relatively okay team in the Sacramento Kings. At least on paper, they have a lot to gel out for sure. You could clearly tell that. But you got DeMar DeRozan, who is an all-star caliber player. Zach LaVine, who came in to the United Center. Thanks for not booing, by the way, fans, and dropped 30 points on him and on us. And we've also got guys like Westbrook, Dennis Schroeder, Sabonis. There's a good team there that needs to figure it out, right? And for the Bulls, we looked like a team that knew what we were doing. And I think that was really the difference in the game. They've got the experience. They've got the talent, according to what the league would say. They've got a lot in their favor against the Bulls. But the Bulls came in with a structured plan, focused on the right things, and they got the job done because they knew what they were doing out there. They had control of the games from time to time. They got their largest lead of the game in the fourth quarter, and they never looked back. Guys like Io, once again, stepping up to the plate in the fourth quarter. I think Stacey King called him the new king of the fourth quarter. Right on the day that DeMar DeRozan comes back to Chicago, Stacey King called Io the new king of the fourth quarter. I mean, efficiency-wise, he was on point today, ladies and gentlemen. But I just really liked our attention to detail on the defensive end. I liked the physicality. I liked how hard we played. We made it very difficult for a lot of guys out there. And I'm going to show you something here that I think really speaks volumes to how we personally played as a team. But before we get any further, if you liked the video and you want to see more from me, drop a like, drop a follow, and or subscribe if you are new. And let me know what you guys think about the Chicago Bulls game today and your player of the game as we win this one 126-113. I'm just going to read out some stats for you. That's what I want to do first and foremost, because once again, it was an incredible effort from the Chicago Bulls. A lot of players at double figures, a nice bench production again. But I kind of want to look at the Sacramento Kings percentage from the field. So they roughly shot around 52%, which to be fair isn't great. But from the 3-point line, they shot 25% from 3. The Bulls, from 3, shot 43%. I think that's the difference. We took them away from the 3-point line. Now, they got DeMar DeRozan, who's not a great 3-point shooter. Zach LaVine was very efficient. But I think the efficiency of the game is where we took control. A lot of guys are double figures for both sides, but I just feel like with the Sacramento Kings, they were just very inefficient compared to the Chicago Bulls and what they were able to produce. And sometimes those 3-point shots, they matter in a game. And today, we did a good job. 43% from 3 is a very good percentage to have. And the Sacramento Kings 25% from 3 is not very good to have. But we also had a lot of players at double figures again. We'll start off. It wasn't as much as you'd probably think compared to the previous games, but for a normal game, it's still very impressive. We had guys like Matas Bazelis, 27 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block on the night, and he was absolutely sensational. Really, really efficient as well. What was he? He was 11 from 18. Fantastic performance from Matas Bazelis. You could tell at the end game interview, man, this guy was smiling so hard, he didn't even know what he was speaking, bro. When this guy was talking in that end of game interview, whatnot, he was just smiling ear to ear. He literally, I could guarantee you this guy did not pay attention to anything Casey Johnson asked him, man. My man was just too happy. He just could not care less. He was just thrilled. And he was just happy. And that's good. Winning is a happy feeling, is it not? Aren't you guys happy? Aren't you guys satisfied with the start of the season? I mean, it's bringing a smile to my face, and I'm part-time now, bro. I don't make Bulls content daily anymore. I'm a part-timer now. I'm still happy. I'm very excited. And let's move on. We got Nikola Vucevic, 13 points, 14 rebounds, and 7 assists. I mean, if we compare him to Sabonis had 18 points, 11 rebounds, and 6 assists on the night. I would say it's a very balanced effort for both. Usually when these two go head-to-head, they take each other out of the game because they're both quality offensively. and they're both kind of average defensively, to be honest. If you look at it from that point of view, they take each other out of the game. So both of them had good games, cancel each other out. We can move on. Trey Jones, 11 points, 1 rebound, 5 assists, only 2 steals tonight. I mean, that's unbelievable. Only 2 steals. He didn't have 5 steals it's crazy. But he was also 5 from 6 from the field. Another great game from Trey Jones. I'm just playing around. We got Josh Giddey with 20 points, 8 rebounds, 12 assists, 7 from 14 from the field. I need to check his turnovers as well because 12 assists is insane. 5 turnovers. So look, someone that's getting 12 assists in a game, I think 5 turnovers is relatively acceptable, especially with how we play. And again, he is the creator. He does try things. Ultimately, it's like Westbrook. Westbrook is a phenomenal playmaker. It's a prime example. He does get a lot of turnovers because of that. You try things and you fail. It is what it is. You got to pick yourself up and try again next play because something amazing can happen. With Josh Giddey, especially in a game where he's getting 12 assists, I could kind of feel that vibe and energy, and I really enjoyed what he was able to produce. Kevin Huerter, 18 points off the bench, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, with 6 from 8 from the field. So again, much needed points, by the way. And much needed efficiency. That's where we won this game. Efficiency-wise, he was unbelievable, and his team was unbelievable. Patrick Williams with 9 points. Didn't get double figures, but I want to give a shout-out to him because he played well. Jalen Smith with 10 points, so he got into double figures. Really nice to see. Ayo had 9 points. He almost got into double figures. So even the players that didn't get into double figures got severely close to getting into double figures. So I can't say anything else except congratulations on a great team effort. And we find a way to win. It wasn't all sunshines and rainbows. There were times where the Kings had the lead and they looked like they were going to run away with it. And the Bulls stormed back. And then there was times where the Bulls had the lead and they kept the lead. And they maintained the lead. And they managed the lead. It's a professional performance. I think if you looked at the experience level of the two teams, based on the result that you saw score-wise, you would think we were the veteran team. You would think we were the team that had the cool hand and the player to kind of bail you out of these sort of situations. You'd think we'd have that team. You'd think we'd have that player. That's what the Kings had. They have the experience. DeMar DeRozan is one of the clutchest players in the league almost every season. Zach LaVine came to play today. But we were the one that managed the game. We were the one that showed the composure. We were the one that showed what we're all about. And I can honestly sit here and say how proud I am to have a performance like this. Every game that I've seen the Chicago Bulls play, it makes me even happier to watch them. It makes me sad that I have to wait an extra day or so to watch them again. That's how good these performances have been. That's how surprising they have been. That's how amazing they have been on the court each and every single time down. Nothing but respect for the performance. And I'm so happy as well that DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine got a lot of love from the Bulls fans, but also got a lot of love from the Bulls players. You know, they all got around them at the end of the game, having a nice little conversation, nice little laugh. These guys have spent a lot of years together, and I'm so happy that relationship has continued. Because even though DeMar DeRozan is not on this team anymore, and even though Zach LaVine is not on this team anymore, and I don't care how much negative criticism you can give their way. I don't care if you don't like Zach LaVine. I don't care if you don't like DeMar DeRozan. I don't care if they had bad seasons here. They are professionals that made it to the All-Star level, which no one on this team can say. You can still learn a lot from those two players. You can learn from their good habits. You can even learn from their bad habits, but you can learn from them. And that is important. And I want those relationships to continue to build. Billy Donovan and Zach LaVine sharing a nice conversation at the end of the game as well. It goes to show that all of the critiques about how Billy Donovan and Zach LaVine had bad relationships when he was here, I don't think that's personally true. And it didn't sound like it was true at the end of the day based on the reactions they had after the game. So I'm just very impressed. I'm very happy with how the game ended. I'm very happy with the victory. I'm very happy with the communication relationship these players have with our former guys. And those are our former guys. I love them. I'm so happy that they're not necessarily doing greatly in Sacramento, but I'm happy that they're in an environment where they're playing together again and they have crazy fans, the Sacramento Kings, and they're going to be supporting them. So yeah, fair play. Fair play. With that being said, my player of the game is going to be Mr. Josh Giddey with the 12 points, 8 rebounds, and 12 assists. Shout out to Matas Bazelis, who's very close behind him with his ridiculously high efficiency. Made some big plays on both ends of the floor. To be honest, flip a coin. Whoever you land on, sure, give them the player of the game. That's how close it is. Both of them thrived. Both of them stole the show. Both of them deserve a lot of credit. Our next game is going to be against the New York Knicks, and this is the NBA Cup game that we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. This could go one of two ways. One, because I don't see us kind of destroying the Knicks or anything like that. So I'm not even going to put that as an option. One, we do what we do against the Kings, against the Knicks as well. We fight, we believe, we trust, we commit to the cause, and we find a way to beat one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference. And, you know, compared to the Pistons, who people are skeptical on, but assume they're going to be a playoff team. The Magic, people are skeptical on, but they assume is going to be a playoff team. The Hawks, who people are skeptical on, but assume are going to be a playoff team. We know 100% the Knicks are going to be a playoff team. Eyes closed. We know the Knicks, everybody healthy, are going to be a playoff team. So if you could do it against the Knicks, it brings a whole new level of belief to your team, especially if you do it twice, because we got them again. You know what I mean? So that game means a lot. Or the second thing is, the Knicks will show their experience and they will come out on top. I'm not saying they're going to destroy us, because I think two teams that are defensively focused, it's going to be a close game. I really believe that. But if the Knicks do win, you know what? Put your hands up. That's a great team. Learn from them. That's what I want to see. This team is young. If you see a team that's better than you and they beat you and there's reasons why they beat you, learn from them. Try to implement different things in that next game against them and try to beat them. It's very hard to beat a team twice in a row. We have an opportunity to take one against the Knicks. We should definitely use that, and hopefully it is in the NBA Cup, because it is at home. We could defend home court, and it allows us to advance in an in-season tournament potentially. So we got to put all our eggs in that basket. We got to really, really try. As Matis Bazella said at the end of the game, we just got to do what we did today. And sometimes the belief can take you through it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys, hit the mic, I'm sorry, in the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. Take care, and peace.